today we have, oh my goodness, a very exciting and educational and, oh my goodness, Singisi today is gonna be used a lot. Get ready to bring out your dictionaries because today we have a poet, an author, and also we have this young gentleman right here who's just doing wonders in the creative writing space. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one and only Sipho. How are you?
No, nyapi.
I'm good too. Can you please just tell us more about yourself, like from the beginning? Who is Sipho?
Yo, beginning is very big, as it might chow a lot of time, but let me just start with the summary because of his cards. So Sipho Mnguni is a creative, can be defined in two terms: a creative and an entrepreneur. So I'm creative and I'm an entrepreneur. So these are the things that define me, that forms my thinking as far as the creative writing is concerned, arts is concerned. I always try to come up with the business aspects of things, trying to understand the business, because I believe arts should be able to sustain us. Yeah, but because there's no business model around it, so it's difficult to be committed to it. So I'm more passionate into how do we create money out of this thing, the business.
But how? Because usually business and art, it don't mix. I've never seen when we say art business, I think of art galleries.
Yes.
That's all I think about.
Okay.
How can business and art come together?
They come together as cultural entrepreneurship.
Oh, no, I didn't know about that. No, you gotta explain.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's all about just understanding the business end of things. But so cultural entrepreneurship, specifically, I've identified four pillars that are the core of it, right? So it's artistic development, then there's institutional development, then there's social impact, and then there's economic advancement. All right.
Okay.
So now we'll have to unravel that step by step, layer by layer, or pillar by pillar. So let's start with artistic development. So when they talk cultural entrepreneurship, we understand now it's also about the definition first, right? And the shortest one is about the creating economy out of our own talents. All right, so that we can meet the needs and survive as artists. So that is the objective behind it. So the simplest definition is that you just economizing the talents that we have, in short. But then there's a whole broader definition, but just in short, you're just economizing the talents that we have. Whatever that you have, make man out of it, in short.
But then what if you're somebody that doesn't know your talent, that you don't know?
Good. That's where it comes in artistic development.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So artistic development, it's about just taking out the talent out of you, and say, okay, you're a podcaster. You seem friendly. You seem bubbly. Okay. Let's just experiment with the presenting. Boom, you flourish. Then you develop it even further. And okay, now you're too bubbly. You too exotic. Okay, let's just challenge you, take it to the next level. I'll just forget theater and give you a serious character. Then you are forced to come out of your comfort zone. All of that is just exploration of your gifts. Of your gifts. So that you can find yourself as a person and say, I didn't know I could do that.
That feeling. I'm like, okay. Because you go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the power of artistic development, cultural entrepreneurship. It's just we take the talent out and we develop it and expand it. And then up from there, there's institutional development, where we say now, you register yourself as a business. You run through, do the whole process. You have to understand the business end. How does the HR fit into your business? What is your business idea? Out of the talent that we've developed, what is the business model behind of it, so that you can sell it as a product? So that you create systems around that product. That's where institutional development comes in. Now you start being registered as a business. What is the name of your podcast?
Into the City.
Into the City. On CIPC, it's Into the City. Now it's a business. Okay. That business has HR. That business has financial management. That business has, and so forth and so forth.
I take it
So that's also the institutional development part. Cultural entrepreneurship follows a social impact. So now you have to as a business understand this is my podcast, but what do I want my podcast to address? What is the core lying issue like that is going to transform a society? So for instance, my company is Breathing Inc., literary trust, So our social impact after we've done artistic development, we've done artistic institutional development, but our social impact, it's creative writing, actually elevating the culture of reading and writing, illiteracy rates. It's our concern as a society, as a society.
Why is it like a concern? Why did you find out? Why did you feel like this was a concern and you needed to actually do a business based on it?
When you think about it, if kids don't read, the whole industry dies.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's true.
Writing forms the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
All right. So there's writing. My point is, writing forms the foundation of everything. Out of writing comes novels, newspapers,
Yes.
copywriters.
Even writing the songs.
Writing the songs. Out of writing comes all of that. So if
foundation.
now the next generation does not read, it does not write, we can actually kill a whole economy. If the art of dying dies. So that is why for our focus is Breathing English Literary Trust is just to solve that thing, creative writing. So and we believe with out of that it will bloom other talents. So whatever that you have, you come in and say, you learn, and we teach you creative writing to write for business. Creative writing to write just for fun, novels, or literature, or creative writing for academic, So now you get to expand, So but for us it's that. So if now when you follow the three pillars, social impact, now we also identify an issue that is dear to you. What would be yours, for instance?
Oh, okay, now you're turning it on me.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
I'm here listening. I'm like, okay, social impact. And I'm taking all in. I'm like, okay, okay. For me, I feel like I said, my main reason for the podcast, right, is simply to recognize young, impactful game changers.
Oh, nice.
Then my issue is that I feel like we're recognizing people who are already recognizable. Like my celebrities, they're already recognizable.
Okay, yeah.
And then
that's true.
now you see everyday people, everyday people that you meet. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Everyone has something to teach someone. Everyone has an impact. So me, I'm trying to get out all of that. Yeah. That's what I want to do with this podcast. That's why. That's why I'm here. I recognize this game changer.
Everyone. If you have a story,
everyone, literally, you don't have to be like a business
go.
person or just being a game changer. Because I remember on Tuesday, I went to school, right?
Yeah.
I was invited to go and speak to them, right?
Nice.
So now I was just speaking. I was just like talking. I was just like, okay, guys, I was talking about my story, right? And then the one thing that the principal kept on repeating is that you hear what the young lady's saying, everyone is a game changer. And the best part was that I liked the most is when the learners were now explaining and defining game changer in their own ways.
Nice.
And I was like, wow, so game changer is broad. It's not just basically you saying, okay, I've got a business, I'm a game changer.
So I love now I would like to create a social impact out of that.
Okay.
So more you zero in, you analyze at its core, that actor that whole experience, what to the other person, what was the one specific thing that you were solving about them?
Okay, wait. Hey, just break it down a bit now. Hey, break it down further.
There are things that happen, because, and then there's also those underlying things that we wanted to bring out of them.
Okay,
For instance, if someone lacks confidence, then but une talent umbiza a game changer, I'm giving you the answer. Okay, now this is where I wanted to lead you. Okay, fine. Just keep it.
You got it. It was a
ne?
trap.
This is where I wanted to lead you. Ne?
Okay.
So basically, this when we add social impact
Okay.
on that act. Remember, she's samang institutional artistic development.
Yes, you're breaking it down now. You're
Yes.
showing me how intercity
Yes.
can be a business.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that
okay.
has a social impact, for
Okay,
instance.
okay,
So now out of that, you can say, Gucci, you believe if we inspire the young generations at an early age, we can build their confidence that will make them succeed in life.
Ooh,
You know,
okay,
so
I never
which
thought
means
of it that way, but
yes,
okay.
your social
Yes.
impact is targeted on building a self-esteem of black children in society, building the self-esteem of black children. That will be your focus. Go out to your sponsors. So what do you do? Yeah, we just build the self-esteem of all black children. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, what do you mean? You know, then that's where you unravel the story. Yeah, this is what we do. I podcast, we do so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. Already got them interested. You know, now that would be a social impact. You see, mine is just creative writing, using just unleashing the talent. Because I'm very much convinced that once this dies, a whole lot of things die. You know, so that is my focus. That could be your focus too. You know, but still cultural entrepreneurship. All right. Now let's go.
Guys, you know what? This is wow. I
Hello.
never thought of it this way.
Then
Literally.
let's go to the fourth pillar.
Okay, we're not done. Okay.
Good.
Yo, okay.
Economic advancement.
Okay, now break it down. Put it again in your business again.
This is where we eat now.
Oh.
This is where now we buy cars.
Oh.
This is where now we, you know,
We've made it.
We've made it, bruh. This is a trust
We are
fund,
now there.
trust fund
Okay.
for the kids.
Building
You know,
a legacy
imagine,
now.
imagine if art can do that. But
Wow.
I now masiku economic advancement. Okay, now it's where you know what podcast yami mangishootha kune-cameraman owenza zonke into zakhe yonke into production when we present strategize content creator kuphela lapho bayi-editor nayo yonke into yaphuma isuka lapho laphana abe-social media marketing department sebenza into zakho. Now it's just the functioning of the business where the business actually makes money out of that, where you now becoming part of a larger economy where we all eat piece, you know, bit by bit, you know, because since we want to eat everything at once.
That's
you
the
know.
thing.
However, it's so nice to know that okay, I'm getting 2 sly, but after 2 hours I'm getting another 2 sly.
Wait.
After 3 hours I'm getting another 2 sly.
The problem is that, especially with our black mentality,
Yeah.
right? We've got that thing like, if I make money, abantu they must see. People must see that I got money. If I'm going to a club, I'm buying everyone a beer or something. You see, that's the thing.
What do you think that happens though?
Because
What is just the underlying problem?
for me, I feel like it's because like people didn't believe in you, so now you wanna show off. So they'll be like, I made it. Look at me, I made it. And the thing is that
Call say.
yes,
Can
but the sad
imagine,
thing
yeah.
is that people don't care.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I wanna was I know I then life goes on.
That's it, exactly.
Now there's also another thing with the SS Limaza. There's this other guy you should check him out, Simon Sinek. He talks exactly about that thing. That will also lead to also art, how that could benefit your art. So reason why we feel like that, there's that dopamine thing. Simon Sinek will call about 4 chemicals. Dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocins, right? So endorphins are the ones that mask pain. You know, whatever you doing something, they mask pain. You know, and then give you that endurance, that adrenaline shot. And then the dopamine is that excitement you feel after achieving something.
Oh yeah.
And now we're like, you know that moment after.
I know it.
Imagine how you'd feel after this podcast. Like, shit, I did it. That would be a shot of dopamine.
Oh, dopamine.
You know,
When I
yeah.
get dopamine.
Yeah, like, you know, every time you achieve a task, you know, iba lapho. But now, all of that are selfish, you know. Are selfish. They're all about you, you know. You know. And then there comes the other two, which are all about leadership and about you and other people. The serotonin and oxytocin, you know, those are leadership. So lapho they focus on developing a talent. When someone develops you, And then now I feel a sense of pride and a sense of confidence when I see you thrive. That's the society I would like us to
That
be.
would be nice.
You know, where
honestly. That would
I'm
be
like,
perfect.
I'm not benefiting financially, nothing.
But just
mixed,
you making it.
just me contributing
Um,
to Santinyana, like on your hustle, on your efforts, just a little bit, and then you thrive and so forth. And then you come back later, you're like, yo, thank you. You pay back the respect they choose, pay homage. At that moment, the same way you feel will be the same way I feel. We feel with the same sense of prideness, a sense of proud.
So that's the. It's no more about me anymore. It's
Yes,
now,
yes.
okay.
So now Simon Sinek Uti. The bad thing about the brain is whether you feel it dopamine as a community based thing where you focus on helping the next person, or whether you do it alone selfishly, the same part of the brain lights up. So the brain cannot tell a difference. That's what Simon Sinek says. Just go and check him out on YouTube.
I'm going
Have
to.
a conversation.
No, I'm going to. No.
Simon, his two books, it's Start With Why and Leaders Eat Last. Check him out. I'm telling you, bro. Mwah. So now all of that forms of institutional development, how it could work. We could see if we have so many talents in our communities, we have dads who can play instruments, but bahleli la bayana, we have brothers who can dance,
But the thing is
bahleli.
that-
So if they're brought into the community, Baba part of the Baba part of the people developing the talent, now they'll get a sense of pride, a sense of confidence, building up their self-esteem. That's also how art can contribute to fixing society. But all of that needs a business model. It needs a way to make money.
Guys.
Yeah. You were saying sorry.
I even forgot what I wanted to say. But
Sorry. But let's get back to you. Let's get back to you.
No, it's about you. Yeah. Why you?
We have identified the social impact. It's about
Okay.
building the confidence of black kids.
Yes, I guess now it is.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way, but
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah. I think mangayibeka to a philosophical level, you're operating at the level of a black consciousness.
Why would you say so?
Everyone knows Steve Biko was the greatest quote Steve Biko was the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed. Well, not really. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. The greatest the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor.
Okay, it's the oppressed mind.
Yes. The greatest
Can I just
weapon.
take that? If you
Yeah.
keep repeating, I'm still taking
You know,
it.
the greatest,
Okay.
slowly, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed. Imagine a gun and how big it could get, and that gun is your own mind as a black person. We need to unravel what Steve Biko was saying, and
There are
that's
lots that I'm thinking
once you unravel that, and the key with what you with if we make a social impact, building up the confidence of black children and how it aligns with black consciousness, you just want to make people be proud of being black. That's what Steve Biko strived for. Be black and proud, be black and beautiful. Once we do that, I don't think bleaching they won't be there. They won't be skin
They won't
bleaching
be needed
because
to
we'll
do all
be proud of being black. Black kids will not will feel ashamed. So that is what your business on a deeper level could do as a podcast. So when you get into serious spaces, wherever the journey leads you, because I know God is good.
I believe this conversation is meant to happen because wow.
For me, all of that is possible with understanding the business model of things, cultural entrepreneurship. And I have a book I call Collaborate and Operate.
Wait, before we move on that thing,
Yeah.
my mind is still stuck on that quote, right? And
Yeah.
my
Let's
issue-
explore that and
Wait,
tell me what
no.
you understand. Let's
I'm
just
trying to
let's have a
look, I'm like,
conversation.
No, wait, you can't leave such a beautiful thing like that and be like, yeah, that's it, yeah. I'm just ending it there.
Sorry, okay,
But the thing
let's
is
go there.
that
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays, You know, we're being raised by the what is 70s babies, the 60s babies, right?
Yeah.
So those are the apartheid people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So now they believe that education,
Yeah.
go to school, go to
Yeah.
university, get a job. That's what they believe, right? But then now with how the world is nowadays,
Yeah.
the world, I'm not gonna say society, the whole world.
Yeah.
Those values are no more applying, but they are still implying it into our minds. Even if someone, even the new parents are doing that because that's what we were taught.
Yeah.
Right. So now, how can we break that generational curse? I believe it's a curse. Because honestly, I went to school, but no one taught me about presenting and being a podcaster. But
Hey.
I love it.
It's here. Wherever the journey leads you. It is a serious barrier. I really don't wanna lie. And also the times, the economic times, all of those changes are just influenced by the economic times.
Yeah.
The changing of our companies from long-term employment to just some short-term or contracts, you know.
Yes.
That also creates that sense of, you know what, I need to create something stable on my own. You know, you see the importance of understanding the business end of everything. So we can only break that once we invite even abantu abadala on our own journey. I do assist with the publishing, you know, breathing in literary trust, it does EB publishing. So the whole process with the people I work with and my printers, we can print as little as 10 copies, you know. So on top of that, you can then add the editing fee if it needs editing, you know, and then also the cover design if you want if you want us to do everything for you, we'll give you a quotation, you know, and then we will get published, and that will come with you know my thing what exclusive books,
Yeah,
you know, that
yeah.
barcode thing, you know, you know, it will come with that. So that's how legit it will be, you know, and then a copy will automatically be sent to Ilontuza in
it's
South
a whole
African
process.
Library,
This is-
and the whole process. So we run you through the whole our process. So we need very a consultation. We run through the whole process. So a standard figure will be unfair, you know, on one of us or on both of us. So it's better when you run through the whole thing.
Wow, I hope you're listening to that angel. The student asked us
Oh, her name
Angel.
is Angel.
Her
Oh,
name is
okay.
Angel.
Angel.
Shout
Sorted.
out. So
Yeah.
basically our time has run out. But thank you
Yeah.
so much for being our
Oh,
guest.
yeah.
Can you please just tell us where to find you? What are the next wait, the English word is not coming out. Expert auditions. Hey!
Yay! Jesus!
What's next? What's next? Where to find you?
The next that is earlier.
Yeah,
The next that is recent.
Yeah, where can we find you? Social
Oh
media.
yeah. Let's close off the creative writing journey.
Okay.
I'm gonna be short, ne?
Okay.
My latest book that I wrote 2020 and published 2021 is Fury, the Raw of a Lioness. It was so beautifully written, and it was at my creative peak, and it was just a good culmination of the whole journey that I went through, to a point that 2 international publishers got interested to go publish. Yeah, that is
How did you
exclusive.
feel?
Exclusive, don't tell anyone.
I find out now.
Yeah, you know, so the 2 publishers, international publishers were interested.
How did you feel about that? No, you can't.
Yo, it was a step, like,
You're like,
yeah,
I
boy,
made it.
the black child, you can do it.
Yes.
Whatever that I have to say now, it means
gonna
it
be
was being
heard
recognized,
now.
you know,
That's-
because when I got to writing, I finally had something to say. I finally something to defend. If I say something and you don't like, you can come up to me and say, Doc, I don't like so. I'll defend that thing, you know, and say, no, let's engage, you know, because it's something I want to say. But then I also take your whatever your inputs they are, you know, and challenge so that I can grow. But at the end of the day, this is what I want to say. I also, everything I push and do for entrepreneurship leads back to Steve Biko, the greatest mind, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed
Ooh.
is the mind of the oppressed. Once we free that, I'm telling you. So for me, my contribution to society in freeing the mind is using the art of writing.
Oh, wow.
everyone in society can also do that using their own skills. You can do it as a podcaster, someone can do it as anything else, just find a way to free the mind. That's how we can win against this whole problems that we have. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, if you read the Rofel INS again, unfortunately ama publishers wangale no wangapha wafana, so ngale they wanted me to pay an upfront fee, to so that they can just print the work, and I couldn't afford that fee. So on a business end, I understood they were taking a risk on an unknown author, so they need a way to cover themselves, to cover their costs, so that they won't be too exposed. On the business end, I understood that okay, this is how they want money, but it was just something I can't afford. As a result, I couldn't get published. I couldn't get published internationally. And then now if you can find it again online, you just search Fury the Rofel INS.
And then
You
we
can
can
find
buy
it.
it online.
You can buy it online.
How much is it?
Yeah, the last time I checked it was 180 because
Last
the publisher changes the prices anyhow, so the publisher is Verity Publishers, Bale South Africa, so yeah. So hala.
Okay.
So it's the book
Okay.
that I told you about, that it's about this wild lady who
Yes,
started
yes.
a movement with
Yes.
every man who beats a woman, we're gonna F him up.
Yes.
And then it mushroomed to a whole thing she couldn't handle. Yeah. So in short, yeah, you can find my book online.
Online.
and then on Facebook, Sipho Mnguni, yeah, and then WhatsApp. These are my business numbers, well. It's 063 295 7654. And if you want to engage about anything we
Instagram,
talked about
TikTok.
here, TikTok,
he's not there.
Sipho Mnguni, TikTok,
Are you there?
yeah, I'm there. Instagram, Sipho Mnguni, Twitter,
Everything.
Instagram. But my focus now,
Is
my
where?
focus now is Facebook.
Facebook, that's where we see
yeah.
everything.
My page also, it's Sipho Mnguni now.
So
but
any
I do
events
develop
coming?
event. Thank you. I got one on
You
the
gotta bring
28th.
everything.
I got one on the 28th. It will be la barbecue assembly.
And then tell us
Yeah.
about the whole, because it seems like it's like now like an episode, like a journey type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is just a brief?
Yeah, reflections and rebirth. So now over the past year, I had to go through a lot. There were so many good things and so many bad things and so many transformations and changes. So I had to sit down and say, how do I come out of this stronger? I had to confront, I had to reflect on issues, and so that out of that came the lessons that I learned, and say, oh, ubana sazwani, but my contribution was this that led to him doing that. So ganjalo now that's where the rebirth comes in and say, now I'm becoming someone who's more accountable with the decisions that I make, So this whole event is just a journey with, okay, I've been through this, but this is what I've come out as, through the experiences. This is how I have grown. This is my rebirth, As a result, on the day I'll be confronting conversations, difficult topics, I'll be just releasing and you saw the video that I sent, the promotional video, I'll be just yeah. So on the 28th barbecue assembly, yeah, ticket to Tolagala 8 in line, quick ticket, and then what time from 2 until 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice place, guys. Food like I'm sure you'll enjoy. Alright.
Alright, guys, thank you so much from me, Lady P, and the one and only. Oh, guys, this one's going into history. We're learning about him in English. Don't force you there, like, stand up. What does this mean? What did he mean? Let's try to get into his mind.
I receive.
That is it to the city. Thank you so much.